Baron Trump had never been one to shy away from a challenge. When he walked into the luxury car dealership Lux Auto House that day, it was with quiet confidence, ready to celebrate a milestone, his 18th birthday. Yet he could never have anticipated that this seemingly routine visit would not only shape his coming-of-age moment, but spark a worldwide movement that would challenge the very core of societal norms. The doors of the dealership opened and Baron stepped inside. His tall frame was poised, his red "Make America Great Again" hat perched on his head like a badge of identity. It wasn't a statement of politics to him. It was a reflection of his values, a piece of his father's legacy that he wore with pride. But as soon as his foot crossed the threshold, the atmosphere in the showroom shifted. The polished chrome of the luxury vehicles seemed to shimmer just a bit less as eyes from all corners of the room turned toward him. The gleam of the cars was nothing compared to the glare that came from one of the salespeople, whose smile faltered the instant his gaze locked on Baron's hat. Baron, undeterred, made his way toward the newest silver coupe, its sleek body catching the light in a way that made it feel almost alive. "Excuse me," Baron said calmly, his voice steady, his eyes not wavering from the car. "I'm interested in this one. Does it come in black?" Before the salesman could answer, the manager appeared, a man with a cold expression that could cut through glass. He didn't even look at the car. His eyes were locked on the red hat, the emblem of divisiveness that had somehow become a symbol of everything wrong with the country. "We don't do politics here," the manager snapped, his words harsh, each syllable carrying a judgment that stung. "This isn't the place for campaign gear." Baron's eyes didn't falter. "I'm not here for politics," he said. "I'm here to buy a car." The manager's lips twisted into a forced smile, one that felt more like a sneer than a greeting. "Well, I suggest you take your business elsewhere," he said louder now, his tone sharp enough to make everyone in the showroom stop mid-sentence, their eyes glued to the confrontation unfolding before them. The silence in the room was suffocating. Baron stood there for a moment, the weight of the manager's words hanging in the air, before he slowly turned around. As he walked toward the exit, the automatic doors whispered shut behind him, leaving the showroom in a stunned silence. But what Baron did next would reverberate far beyond the confines of that luxury dealership. Outside, Baron took a moment to compose himself. The sting wasn't in the dismissal but in the principle. It was a reminder of how quickly society could judge someone based on surface-level assumptions. He wasn't angry, he was disappointed. And instead of retreating, he did what anyone with integrity would do. He took action. Reaching into his pocket, Baron pulled out his phone. Within moments, he was speaking to a representative from Lux Auto House. His voice was measured, professional as he detailed the incident. "I'm not asking for special treatment," he said calmly, "but I do expect professionalism, regardless of what I'm wearing." The representative was taken aback, assuring him that the complaint would be escalated. But for Baron, that wasn't enough. He knew accountability wasn't achieved by silence. It needed sunlight. As he hung up, Baron's phone buzzed with a notification. His story was already making waves. A customer who had witnessed the entire ordeal had recorded it, and the video was spreading like wildfire. The title: "Luxury Car Dealership Kicks Out Young Customer Over MAGA Hat." The video, showing Baron's calm, composed response in the face of outright prejudice, was quickly gaining traction. The comment section was a battlefield. Some applauded Baron's poise, others condemned the manager's actions. The hashtags #RespectAllCustomers and #KindnessOverPolitics quickly began trending. Baron wasn't feeling vindicated. Instead, he was struck by the realization that this wasn't just about him. This was a larger conversation about respect, about how easy it is for biases to overshadow common decency. That evening, as Baron sat at a desk in his Palm Beach home, he crafted a message to accompany the video. It wasn't a rant or a rebuke, it was a call for unity. "Kindness isn't political," he wrote, "and it costs nothing." He shared the message with his followers, not as an attack but as a plea for mutual respect. He added, remind ourselves of what really matters. Respect. The tweet went viral, but it was just the beginning. By morning, the media picked up the story. Headlines blared. Young Trump responds to discrimination with poised, and luxury dealership faces backlash for bias incident. Even celebrities, politicians, and business leaders weighed in, praising Barron's composure and calling for accountability. As news outlets and social media amplified his message, the corporate office of Lux Auto House issued an apology, but the damage to their reputation was irreversible. Instead of reveling in his newfound attention, Barron saw an opportunity to turn this moment into something greater. By the time his 18th birthday arrived, he had already turned the page from victim to leader. He wasn't just looking for a car, he was seeking a brand that aligned with his values. That's when he reached out to Orem Motors, a company known for its innovation and inclusivity. Barron wasn't just looking to buy a car, he was looking for a brand willing to stand for something more. After sharing his story, Orem Motors jumped at the chance to align with the campaign Barron was now leading. They offered him a private tour of their Miami showroom, and before long, Barron found his dream car, the Orem Apex, a sleek jet-black electric vehicle that perfectly blended cutting-edge technology with timeless design. But Barron had another idea. As he completed the purchase, he pitched the idea of a nationwide campaign, Drive Respect. His vision was simple: to promote kindness and respect in every aspect of life, transcending politics, social class, and cultural divisions. Orem Motors loved the idea, and soon the campaign was set in motion with Barron as its face. The Drive Respect campaign launched on Barron's 18th birthday, and its impact was immediate. The hashtag Drive Respect trended for weeks, with thousands of people sharing their own stories of overcoming prejudice with grace. From everyday people to CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, everyone rallied behind the message that respect wasn't just something we asked for, it was something we gave. The cultural shift was palpable. Schools, businesses, and community centers across the country adopted the campaign's principles. The movement wasn't just about cars. It was about humanity. It was about treating people with dignity regardless of their differences. Meanwhile, Lux Auto House faced the consequences of their actions. The manager who had dismissed Barron was terminated, and the dealership struggled to recover, facing boycotts and a drop in sales. Barron, however, didn't revel in their downfall. In interviews, he kept his focus on the bigger picture. The goal isn't to tear people down, he said. It's to build bridges. By the time Barron celebrated his birthday, the Drive Respect campaign had already become a cultural phenomenon. It was a testament to how a single moment of disrespect could be transformed into a powerful message for change. Barron Trump wasn't just a symbol of resilience. He was a symbol of how choosing kindness in the face of adversity could change the world. On the evening of his birthday, Barron stood on the terrace of his family's Palm Beach estate, looking out at the sunset. His dream car, the Orem Apex, sat below, its sleek lines reflecting the last rays of the setting sun. Barron smiled to himself, not because of the car or the campaign, but because of the journey he had taken. It wasn't about the politics, the fame, or the criticism. It was about the choice to lead with respect, a choice that would echo far beyond the showroom doors. His phone buzzed. It was a text from his mother, Melania. "I'm proud of you. You turned something hurtful into something meaningful." That's strength. Barron smiled again, knowing that this journey was about far more than just one car or one campaign. It was about leaving a legacy of respect, one that would inspire others to do the same. And as the stars began to fill the sky, Barron recorded one last message for his followers. "Today isn't just about my birthday," he said, his voice steady and calm. "It's about realizing that we all have the power to choose kindness, even when it's not given to us. Let's keep driving respect forward, together." The video went viral and the world took notice. Respect wasn't just a word. It was a movement, and Baron Trump had ignited it.